Hey, what's up guys? It's Nasar, aka the Real Estate Doru. I'm not a guru, I'm a Doru because I actually do this business. Yo, 40-year mortgages. Yo, what's that? Just hit the marketplace. Well, not just hit the marketplace, but it's being talked about again. Let's dissect these 40 mortgages. But first, let me hit you with this intro. Alright guys, a 40-year mortgage. What does that mean for you, right? Like, what does that say? Like, what does that... They say stuff like, well, on a 40-year mortgage, my payment is cheaper and my cash flow goes up. That's a pro. Cash flow goes up. What can be another pro on 40-year mortgage? You can buy more house than what you can actually afford because the payments are stretched out longer. Your payment's going to be cheaper. So more house, right? What can be another pro on a 40-year mortgage, right? The last pro I can think of, you get your interest write-off for 40 years. Ideally, God willing, you want to, live out that 40 years, but you get the interest write-off for 40 years to save money on taxes. What are your cons? Your cons are you will be in debt longer, you will pay more interest over time. If I could think of one more con, I said the debt, you'll be in debt longer, you'll pay interest longer, you build equity slower, bro. You will build equity slower. So if you're not in a neighborhood that's getting a lot of appreciation, your equity will build extremely slow. If you know anything about a 30-year mortgage, you should know, like, you don't really get principal pay down till like after year 7. That's when, you start to get a decent amount of principal pay down. Year 1 to year 7, man, you're paying a bunch of interest. With that being said, so what do you think? We got your pros over here, we got your cons over here. So like, what do you think, right? Who's actually winning? The investor or the bank? The bank is going to win regardless. We know that. But does this make any sense for investors or homeowners, people getting more houses they can't afford? How do you feel about it? And be sure to comment below. Like, how do you feel about it? Me, personally, I think that I would like to stay away from the 40-year mortgage, right? I like the idea of paying down debt faster. I get some people are caught up with the interest pay down because I know guys, right? They had a portfolio of, let's say a 50 house portfolio, but they had no debt on it. So they're getting killed in taxes, right? They were telling me they're, doing about 6 figures a month in gross rental income off 50 houses, right? So that they can write off something, they put a little bit of debt that's very manageable for them on the property so they can write off some interest. However you feel about that, me personally, if I can stay away from debt, I'll stay away from debt. So I don't know how you feel. Me, I don't think the 40-year mortgages is going to be a great thing. It's just going to be harder to build. The part of getting a house is to build wealth and build equity. It's going to be a lot slower on that wheel, on the 40-year mortgage. And I think people should stay to the 30-year mortgage. If you can't afford the house in the 30-year, don't get it. Yes, some people are like, well, my cash flow goes up. I don't think it's worth it. I think, if you can get 30 years on your rental properties, I think that you're in a better position. The reason why I think you're in a better position because, it's traditional. Me, a lot of my stuff is on 15 to 20-year amortization schedules. But I'm getting a lot of pay down of the equity. So my rentals are mostly, long-term plays. I have my active income. So when I buy my rentals, I want equity, I want cash flow, and definitely appreciation. Definitely more appreciation. That's why I buy my stuff, man. One of my properties, man, I seen something in the neighborhood go for like 200 something, and I bought it for 80. Probably in after the rehab like 100 plus, but I like those type of deals, right? And I like to have that equity, even though that equity is a piece of paper. You never know when you can tap into it and when you can need it to buy more rentals. So, with that being said, man, that's my personal opinion. I don't like the idea of the 40-year mortgages. You can comment below how you feel about the 40-year mortgages. You think they're good? You think they're bad? Would you take advantage of a 40-year mortgages? Do you like the idea of your cash flow going up, but your equity is going slower? It's harder for you to get equity in the property because you're paying so much interest? Or, you're like, man, I'm just focused on the cash flow. There's no right or wrong answers, but I just wanted to let you guys know this product is actually out there, most importantly, man. So, hope this vid can create some good dialogue in the comment section. But also, If you want to start wholesaling a house, right, you can go to my 9weekcourse.com. Get my free wholesaling houses course and get that out to you. Hopefully that's helpful. Make sure you follow me on IG, RealEstate Doru. And as usual, I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.